Okay, let's take what we have learned today and put it into practice with order of operations. I know that this was a question from our test, which gave a few people some problems because we had forgotten to line up our decimals. So because we are solving expressions, we need to follow the of um, order of operations, and we know that is parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division in the same step, and then addition and subtraction. And we know that multiplication and division are done left to right, and so is addition and subtraction. So I have parentheses, so that tells me I am going to do that first. So I am going to maybe rewrite this so that I have more room. So let's take 2 and 1/10 plus parentheses 8 minus 4 minus 1 and 2/2500ths. And then brackets 2. Okay, going to my parentheses first, I'm going to subtract 8 minus 4, that is 4. I can drop my parentheses because that is all the operations inside of it, and I don't have a number right on the outside of it to tell me to multiply. So I'm going to drop my parentheses, but rewrite everything else exactly as I see it. Not forgetting my 2. I don't want to forget my 2. And here I'm in the brackets, so I know I'm going to do those things first. So I have an addition symbol and a subtraction symbol. Well, if I go to my order, addition and subtraction, you choose which one to do depending on which one comes first. Well, the addition one comes first in this problem, so that means we're going to do that one first. So let's add 2 and 1/10 plus 4. So this is where a lot of us had trouble. We wanted to say, oh, 2 and 1/10 plus 4 is 2 and 5/10. But we know that if we added 2 to 4, should I get 2? No, I should get 6. So what did I do incorrectly? I didn't line up my decimals. And where does the 4 go? The 4 is in the ones place value, so it needs to be under the ones place value in my number 2 and 1/10. Well, where's the ones place value? It's right in front of the decimal, always, always. And I can put a decimal here because that's assumed that it's right there because my 4 is in the ones place value, and I can put a 0 in the tenths. Now I add them, and I get 6 and 1/10. That is much more reasonable. If I added 2 to 4, I should get 6. Okay, so now I'm going to write 6 and 1/10, keeping my brackets because I'm not done with them, rewriting everything else, and not forgetting the 2. Now we need to subtract because it is inside the brackets. So I already have my 6 and 1/10 here, and I am going to take away 1 and 2500ths. Another thing I saw is because the 1 and 2500ths had 3, y'all wanted to do this. What? What? Can I start with 1 and take 6 away? Well, you can, but not in 5th grade. We don't deal with negative numbers. You would get a negative number if you did that. And we won't worry about that till later. So let's start with 6 and take 1 away, not the other way around. That's silly. So I'm going to line up my decimals. Here we go. And I'm going to put 0 above my 5 so he is not lonely, and I can remember to subtract the 5/100ths from something. Well, I can't right now, so what do I need to do? I need to regroup. So I take from the 1/10, it becomes 0, and I give the hundredths place value 10 hundredths. So 10 minus 5 is 5. And can I start with 0 and take 2 away? No, I cannot. So I need to take from the 1's place value. My 6 becomes 5, and I have given 10 tenths. 10 minus 2 is 8. Bring down my decimal. 5 minus 1 is 4. Now, 6 take away 1. It's very reasonable to get 4 in a little bit because remember, we're taking away more than just 6 minus 1. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this 4 and 85/100ths, and I'm going to keep my brackets because I have a number right on the outside of it. And I need to think to myself, what am I going to do with 2 and 4 and 85/100ths? Well, what does it mean? It means to multiply. Did you multiply in yours? I hope you did. So we need to remember that's what it means. So if we are multiplying these two numbers, we are going to act like the decimal doesn't exist, almost like we're multiplying 485 times 2. And so we would set it up this way, because remember, we're multiplying, not adding, so we do not have to line up our decimals. And we'll sing that song later this week to remind you when we're multiplying decimals, what do we do? Okay, so now let's multiply. 5 times 2 is 10. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 1 is 17. And 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. And where do I put my decimal? Well, I need to highlight the places behind my decimal in my factors and do the exact same in my answer. And I know that my decimal is going to go right there. So if I'm in the hundredths here, I would be in the hundredths here. So did you get 9 7/10?